Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Rose Code podcast, where we gather to journey through the sacred cycles of life, turning pain into power and wounds into wisdom. I'm Katie, your spiritual guide and mentor, here to support you on your healing and wellness path. Together, we'll explore deep, transformative practices that awaken the divine feminine, helping you reclaim your power and thrive. Every month, we come together for our live moon ritual, celebrating the new and full moon with sacred ceremonies. Be sure to check the details below to join next month's ritual and immerse yourself in yoga, meditation, divine feminine activations, and our vibrant community calls. Let's dive in and transform together. Welcome, beautiful souls, to today's episode, where we'll be diving deep into the sacred connection between Reiki and the divine feminine. And these two powerful forces work in harmony to guide us into a state of healing, balance, and alignment with our higher selves. So whether you're a seasoned energy worker or just starting your spiritual journey, this episode will illuminate how Reiki can help you awaken and nurture the divine feminine within. So grab your favorite cup of tea, a journal, and let's start. So the first part that we're going to discuss is understanding Reiki and the divine feminine, and how these two concepts are connected. So firstly, Reiki is a form of universal life force energy healing. And it is channeled through the practitioner, either for themselves or for their client. And this energy restores harmony in the body, mind, and spirit. Now, it's rooted in the principles that we all have an innate ability to heal and connect with the universal flow of energy. And this is a question that I get asked all of the time. It's like, oh, am I capable of doing Reiki? And we are an embodiment of life force energy. Our existence is because of life force energy. And Reiki is not bound by gender or belief systems. It is a practice of pure unconditional love and presence. And the divine feminine then represents the intuitive, nurturing, and creative energy within all of us. It is not tied to biological gender, but it symbolizes qualities such as receptivity, compassion, and connection to the cycles of life. And the divine feminine is the embodiment of flow, balance, and creation. And it's often linked with archetypes such as the mother, the wise woman, the sage, and of course, the goddess. So when Reiki and the divine feminine come together as a sacred space, it is created for deep healing, empowerment, and transformation. So how Reiki supports the divine feminine energy? Well, Reiki serves as a bridge to connect with the divine feminine by enhancing intuition. So Reiki opens the energy channels in your body, especially the third eye and the heart chakra. And these centers are directly tied to intuition and emotional awareness. And these are really key aspects of the divine feminine. It also promotes emotional healing. So the divine feminine thrives when we allow ourselves to feel and release emotions. And Reiki helps dissolve the energetic block feelings such as shame or guilt, and allowing the heart to open and to heal. It also restores receptivity. So in our very fast-paced modern society, which is based on
action orientation, we often overuse our masculine energy, and this is what leads to burnout. So Reiki encourages us to pause, surrender, and embrace the feminine qualities of stillness and receptivity. And who doesn't want some of that every now and again? The fourth aspect then is allowing and aligning with natural cycles. So the divine feminine is deeply connected to the rhythms of nature and the cycles of life. And Reiki then harmonizes our energy with these cycles, grounding us in the present moment and helping us honor our natural flow. So how are you feeling about these connections between Reiki and the divine feminine so far? Is it making sense? Is it ringing a bell? Is it something completely new? But I think it's really important to bridge these two energies together because, when I teach at the Reiki weekends or in the Rose Healing Method online, my big focus is just about allowing the energy, the Reiki energy, to flow through the practitioner and into the client. Because when we do that, it doesn't take from our life force energy. It doesn't inhibit our selves at all. But, and this is a big but, and I've fallen into this pit hole myself in the beginning, is when we try, force, or fix somebody. That's when we begin to use up our own life force energy and begin to take on the client's energies and issues. So when we step out of the way, put the ego to one side, put the fixer to one side, and just allow this divine source and the divine feminine to be present, everything just flows. Everything is effortless. Miracles happen. Healing takes place. Like a whole host of things unfold when we let go and surrender and just hold space. So that's what we are as Reiki practitioners. We are space holders. We are holding and allowing that person to heal themselves. And that comes through feeling safe, both for the practitioner and for the client. So it is an effortless act of surrendering, which has a massive impact both on the client and the practitioner. So it really is so simple. We often overcomplicate it or overthink it. So I really hope for any Reiki practitioners or healers out there, take this as a reminder of how effortless and powerful Reiki is when we stop trying. So let's look at practical ways to work with Reiki and the divine feminine. And these can be super simple ways to integrate these two amazing qualities or energies. So the first one is heart-centered healing. So during a Reiki session or with a practitioner, focus on your heart chakra. So I just want you to do that for a moment. Focus on that space in the center of your chest, behind your breastbone, and just visualize warm golden light filling your chest, nurturing your inner divine feminine with love and compassion. How good does that feel? And you can let that energy just radiate out for the rest of this podcast and the rest of the day. The second practice then is moon rituals with Reiki. And every month, twice a month, we do this in our moon circles in the Rose Code community. So the moon is a powerful symbol of the divine feminine. And when you combine Reiki with moon rituals, place your hand over your sacral chakra, which is just below your belly button, or your third eye, which is just between your eyebrows, and set intentions aligned with the moon phases, such as releasing during the full moon or manifesting during the new moon. And it is as simple as that, bringing your attention and intention and your awareness to the body, to these specific energy centers, and to that energy that you want to release or manifest. And when you do that and really, really focus on it wholeheartedly, it happens. The universe hears your prayers, your wishes, your orders, and then you just let go. So the third practice then, which is so important for women, is womb healing. So for women, Reiki can be used to heal the womb space, whether for physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual reasons. And you can do this now. Place your hands over your lower abdomen, your sacral chakra, and just allowing the Reiki to connect with the creative energy of the divine feminine. And this is where your goddess lives, in your sacral chakra. And a lot of women only bring their attention to this powerhouse when they're menstruating or when they're pregnant or trying to get pregnant. So it's always pain that draws them to this space rather than pleasure. So the fourth practice is sacred feminine symbols in Reiki. So when you're doing a Reiki session, you can bring in these symbols that represent the divine feminine, such as roses. I absolutely love working with rose oil, physical roses, rose petals, meditating with the rose during healings. It's so powerful. Like, the rose is the queen of the flowers and it holds the highest vibration, just like love. So when you bring in these energies into a Reiki session, if it feels aligned, if you feel called, don't do it if it's not something you're comfortable with. And definitely, practice on yourself and get familiar and confident in using this before ever bringing it to a client. And the lotus flower, of course, is another very, very powerful celestial symbol of the divine feminine, which was very much used in Egyptian healing and culture. And you can also bring in images of the goddess. I love to work with Kuan Yin. I love to work with Mary Magdalene. I love to work with Isis. So there's lots of goddesses. Bridget is another one that I love to work with. And Bridget's Day is coming up now as well on the 1st of February, which is very exciting. And we have an initiation in the Rose Code community as well. So for any of the members listening, remember that we will have that coming up in February too. So you can use these feminine symbols of the divine essence to amplify the connection in your sessions. And of course, you can use crystals such as orange carnelian or rose quartz, amethyst. These are all really, really powerful and incredible additions that aren't necessarily Reiki, but they bring that divine feminine energy in. So Reiki and the divine feminine, it reminds us that healing is not linear. It is certainly not about fixing something that seems broken. But really, it's about coming home to our wholeness. And by awakening to this energy, we reconnect with our intuitive wisdom, nurture our creative power, and embrace the cycles of growth and transformation in our lives. So I really encourage you to invite Reiki and the divine feminine into your practice, and let them guide you into a deeper relationship with yourself and the universe. And remember, you are a vessel of divine energy, capable of infinite healing, miracles, and creation. So this gets me really excited for the level 2 coming up this weekend, and the magic that's going to unfold, and these incredible women that are coming together that are just so centered in their heart, so in service of others. And yeah, I'm really, really happy that they've said yes to Reiki and to this practitioner level. So yeah, who knows what will unfold, but I feel very, very excited. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this podcast. I really hope you enjoyed and liked being in this shared sacred space with me today. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your reflections and how this was for you. How has Reiki or the divine feminine energy showing up into your life? So comment below, message me, or reach out. I'd love to hear you. I'd really, really love if you could pop me a follow, like and subscribe, and also share this podcast with anybody who you feel that would benefit from it. So until next time, beautiful souls, I'm sending you so much love, and namaste.
Thank you for listening. If you're looking for more, don't forget to check out the Rose Code community in the description below.